Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On next Monday episode, we have a massive mountain of Salem drama to unpack. So grab your coffee, because we are diving right into the deep end. And let me tell you, I am losing my mind over this Abe Carver situation. It is just so messy. So incredibly messy. Abe is completely torn right now. And honestly, who can blame him? Because on one hand, you have Lexie, his epic love. The woman who literally came back from the dead after we all thought she was gone forever from that brain tumor. But then you have Paulina. Sweet, fierce Paulina, who actually packed up her bags and moved out of her own house, just so Lexie could have space. That is a massive sacrifice. But Abe feels so guilty. He is drowning in guilt. And he should be, because he loves Paulina very much. He knows exactly what she gave up for him. She fought so hard to build a stable life with him. But Lexie is back, and she is pushing hard. She wants life to return to normal, like right now. Like she never even left. But how do you just go back to normal after all these years? You can't. And Abe knows it. So he is sitting there in that house. And he is staring at photos of Paulina, because he could not bring himself to get rid of them. He just couldn't take her pictures down, which is so romantic but also so incredibly stupid, because Lexie is going to see them. And Lexie is not going to want to be reminded of Abe's current wife staring at her from the mantel. It is a ticking time bomb. I mean, imagine being Lexie. You come back from the grave, and your husband's new wife's face is plastered all over the living room. Yeah, that is not going to end well. Not at all. Lexie is a very stern, serious woman when she wants to be. And she is going to demand that Abe erase Paulina from that house. And let's not forget Theo. Theo is pushing his dad to make a decision. Theo loves his mom, obviously. But Abe is paralyzed. He is just stuck in the middle of these two powerhouses. And I am yelling at my screen for him to just make a choice. But he won't. He is just going to let the tension build until it explodes into a million pieces. But Paulina has bigger fish to fry right now, because her heart is literally breaking into a million pieces, and not just over Abe. No, it is about Chanel. Oh my God, Chanel. I cannot even type this without getting teary, because the spoilers for Monday, June 1, are just devastating. Paulina is going to be a rock for Chanel through this horrific health crisis. And it is the absolute worst case scenario. Chanel has an aggressive breast tumor. Aggressive. And she is pregnant. Let that sink in. She is carrying a baby and fighting for her life at the exact same time. It is an impossible situation. The medical decisions she has to make right now are just unthinkable. Do you start treatment and risk the baby? Do you delay treatment and risk the mother? It is brutal. And Paulina is watching her baby girl go through this nightmare, while her own marriage is falling apart. Talk about a test of strength. Paulina is just trying to hold it together. She will do whatever she can to help her daughter. And Johnny is there too. But let's be real. A girl needs her mom right now. And Paulina is stepping up, even though she is secretly crying herself to sleep over Abe. It is just raw, unfiltered trauma. And I am so scared for Chanel. I really hope the writers don't do something totally tragic here, because Chanel and Johnny have been through enough. They fought so hard to be together. And now EJ is breathing down Johnny's neck about the DiMera business throne, while Chanel is literally fighting a tumor. It is sickening. EJ is just so ruthless. He does not care about Chanel's biopsy. He only cares about beating Tony DiMera. But Paulina is not going to let EJ or anyone else stress Chanel out. Paulina is going into full mama bear mode. And I am here for it. But it is still so sad. So incredibly sad. I just want Chanel to catch a break for once in her life. So let's switch gears before I start sobbing all over my keyboard. Let's talk about Gabi Hernandez. Because Gabi is doing what Gabi does best. Scheming and trying to buy her way out of trouble. And I am just rolling my eyes so hard. So Gabi lost Philip. He dumped her. Kicked her out of the Kyriakis mansion. Because of her massive secret scheme with the Titan and DiMera merger. She lied to his face. Over and over again. And we all know Gabi blamed poor Theo Carver for spilling the beans. Because she found his diary and saw the letter G and assumed he was jealous and ratted her out. Which is so funny because Theo actually just has a massive crush on her. But viewers know the real truth. It was Anna DiMera. Anna blew the whistle. Which is just iconic Anna behavior. She marched right into Philip's office and dropped the bomb. So now Gabi is desperate. She is out in the cold. And she is going to try to make amends with Philip on Monday. She is making him an offer. A very tempting offer. And Philip previously said he wanted absolutely nothing to do with her ever again. He was done. Finished. He stood his ground and kicked her to the curb. But wait. Brady Black wasn't too convinced of that. Brady knows Philip. Brady knows that Philip has a huge weak spot for Gabi. They have this toxic, magnetic pull. So I am sitting here wondering what this offer could possibly be. It has to be massive. Because Gabi is a huge reason why Titan is currently falling apart. She sabotaged his company for Tony DiMera. So how do you fix that? Do you offer him a chunk of DiMera shares? Do you offer him some kind of corporate leverage? I don't know. But Gabi is a survivor. She always lands on her feet. And she is probably going to bat those eyelashes and throw a massive business deal on the table. And Philip is weak. He might just take it. Even though he shouldn't. Because Gabi is toxic. She will do it again. She always plays the victim when her schemes fail. But we love the drama. And I am low-key hoping Philip laughs in her face. But Brady is usually right about these things. So Philip might just cave. And meanwhile, Theo is just waiting in the wings, ready to offer Gabi a real, honest romance. But Gabi is too busy chasing corporate power to notice. And, speaking of toxic drama, let's talk about Kat Green and EJ DiMera. Because this is getting so weird and so good. Kat is going to approach EJ with a special request. A personal favor. And the timing is incredibly suspicious. Because fans know that EJ just finished a massive hypnosis session with Marlena. He was sitting there in that chair, deep in a trance, and he felt like he was really, really close to discovering something huge, something from his past. But then Marlena snapped him out of it. She pulled him back right before he crossed the finish line. And why did she do that? Because Kat got to her. Kat is terrified of what EJ is going to remember. They were in that rehab facility in Italy together. She read Wuthering Heights to him while he was in a coma. But there is clearly way more to the story. Dark ISA secrets. And Kat is panicking. She does not want her cover blown. Especially not after everything she did impersonating Abigail. So what is this favor she is asking EJ for? Is she trying to distract him? Is she trying to steer him away from doing another hypnosis session? Probably. She is playing a very dangerous game of cat and mouse. Pun intended. And the craziest part is the chemistry. Because EJ and Kat are definitely sparking. There is no future for Kat and Chad. Jennifer made sure of that. Jennifer offered a truce, but drew a massive line in the sand regarding Chad and the kids. So Kat is pivoting to EJ. And I can totally see her falling for EJ. Hard. They have that dark, mysterious energy. But it is a ticking time bomb. Because eventually EJ is going to remember the truth. He is going to get his memories back. And when he finds out Kat manipulated him, and manipulated Marlena, he is going to explode. The fallout is going to be nuclear. EJ does not handle betrayal well. Just ask anyone who has ever crossed a DiMera. He is going to unleash hell on her. I am just typing furiously right now because my brain is spinning with all these theories. The show is giving us so much to chew on. Between Abe's paralyzing guilt, Chanel's heartbreaking medical crisis, Gabby's desperate corporate scramble, and Kat's shadowy manipulation of EJ, it is just non-stop, and I wouldn't have it any other way, even when it makes me want to pull my hair out. So what do you guys think? Will Abe finally take down Paulina's photos? Will Philip actually accept Gabby's offer after everything she did? And what exactly is Kat's secret? Let me know in the comments. Because I am going to be obsessing over this until Monday rolls around. Keep watching, keep venting, and I will see you all next time.